Welcome, 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 everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And of course, I am your host, DBoss. And I just want to thank everybody in advance for everybody doing their 15 minutes or more of laughing because it's good. It lowers your blood pressure, it keeps you looking youthful, it's healing, it also tones your abs. But I'm saying don't stop going to the gym because of that. You got to still continue on, some people, with the gym, right? So keep going to the gym, and it's for all ages laughing, so you could laugh for 15 minutes is the minimum. If you can go for a half hour, even better. Yes, your body's going to hurt a little bit, but it's all good for your health and everything else. So just keep it up, and the ones who've been doing it, kudos to you. But the ones that who haven't been doing it, you need to start, because if you have a job that keeps you looking stern all day, you need to release some of those endorphins in your body. So I'm going to be coming up with a few things with coconut water, the benefits of coconut water, and also watermelon. So everybody can just stay tuned for that. But today I got someone who's no stranger to me, but it took a long time to get her here. But finally, she's here. Everybody, and because a few people were asking about her or what was going on. So we're going to find out all about her, the hiccups in the career, things that what would she do now that she hasn't done, that maybe she would have known back in the day to do. We're going to find out all those things in her journey. So with no further ado, I introduce to you Donna Makeda.
Greetings, the boss. Big up to Read Life Matters. Thank you for having
Yes,
me.
yeah, thank you. But here at Real Life Matters, we like to know where everybody's cultural background and where they come from. And I guess a lot of people will be shocked when they hear the answer.
I'm originally from Guyana, South America. So it's part of a continent. Yeah, big up to all GT people. See, yeah, man. So I'm originally from there, but I can safely say my second home is Jamaica. Not only is my partner Jamaican, but I go to Jamaica all the time. Like, see. So yeah, but Guyana, I'm from originally, in from a place called Berbice. So
Okay,
yeah.
girl. I was just gonna ask you that because if people say, "Well, where she come from? What part?" Oh, okay. So now you guys can relate to Donna Makeda. Now, don't ask people if that's her name and go looking her up and see if she can go to her house and her family and all that. All right.
Mhm.
So, what made you want to become an entertainer? Was it somebody in your family? You just said, "You know what? I just want to do this."
My family is full of entertainment. My grandfather on my mom's side, I used to play the guitar and sing. And of course, he was an Indian man from India. Right? And so on my dad's side, my grandfather also, he had a church. They were always into the music, singing. And like, so it comes from that, but it wasn't like reggae per se. It was just music on a whole. Growing up, my dad was in love with Bob Marley. He used to play Bob Marley all the time, and so like I said, we were always that kind of entertainers in the family. It was a sister doing poetry, another sister dance, which I'm also big on is dance. Some of us singing different things, playing the guitar, the piano, whatever. And so growing up hearing Bob Marley all the time in the house, I knew these things like in my memory, in my brain. Um, I was always very shy, so what made me start to
Shy.
say I'm gonna go out there? Yeah, 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 big time, big time. So I actually when I you know going through life, I started to dabble with the sound system thing. When I kind of find Rastafari and dread up on them with it, I kind of started to dabble with the sound systems a lot because remember, I always used to sing before, but in church for my mom, we had concerts. It's seven girls, so we always had concerts for my mom and
7.
dad. And seven
Wow.
girls. I'm number three.
Busy.
So yeah, so they're busy. They've been busy, yeah. So, but at the same time, though, that's where it came from. Since then time, I used to love to play the drums. I mean, I learned to play piano, the bass guitar, all these things. I didn't carry
Wow.
it through, but at the end of the day, when I started to dabble with the sound systems now, um, there was shows going on in GT at the time before I left Guyana to come to Canada. There's a lot of shows that I was being booked for to go and do just because I was singing, I did here and there, and I danced too because I always used to run a dance school. So that's another big history that people may not know about. I'm a fitness instructor, taught dance, and as a choreographer, I always have dance in my repertoire because I started. That's what I used to do as opposed to the singing. The singing was a hobby thing because I was too shy to go on stage and sing. But then when I started to do shows, I started to do shows and then get into the thing. And then since back in GT, but I only started to record when I came to Canada. So my first recording was like in 1993. But I always was writing, so I was ready. I had songs. When I came to Canada, I came to perform. I was booked as an artist to come and perform dance. But when I got here, the promoters like, hey, it's a music show. You could sing. Yes, I could sing. I've been singing. So I actually, well, DJing more like. But I went out there and I did my thing, and that was the start to it. And then as we move on, I was being managed by Dennis Jones of Jones and Jones Production, and the list goes on. It's a lot. But that's how I actually started. I sang in church. I sang at home with my mom. My family was a musical family, but knowing Bob Marley and leaning towards reggae, I loved reggae and dancehall. I've always been a dancehall fan. So even on the sound systems, I would DJ. I would listen to people like Nicodemus and Flyers and Shaka Demus and all these older DJs, Ninja Man, I like all of them there. So them thing there is what influenced me in terms of my style. You know
Okay.
what I mean? And I resonate more of being a dancer DJ than or a singer more than a singer as per se. But I used to sing in church. It's like I could sing still if I want. But
Well, a lot of people say, so when you came out of church and you're not singing, you used to sing in church. So what did your family think? They just said, Donna, what are you
no,
doing?
they weren't happy. They weren't my mom,
Yeah.
and it's not just well doing reggae, but it was being Rasta. And so that was a
Oh,
no-no to them in them times. So and even in them time days like, oh, what's that? Somebody walk over upon you or something. Like why your hair like that? Your most beautiful hair that we look why you do like my mom, she was distraught with a lot of things, her family wasn't really understanding the Rasta thing, they call it. And it's only
okay.
because of a couple of my sisters who still try to follow back on me who would get into trouble because they can't follow down the shit on Rasta now. So it was a lot
But
of things, but dance was also a huge part of me. I was always into fitness and dance and love dancing. I mean, all styles. I did classical ballet, hip hop. I did Kathak, which is the Indian form of dance. I trained in all these things as I grew up. Used to go to dance schools and stuff. And then at 16, I started run my own dance school called Born in Flame International. So I was into the
wow.
arts all the time, but I love dance. I love dance. And so I put on, as a young person, put on a whole big show, an evening of dance. And we did about 20 something dances, which I choreographed
What?
all of them from soca to dancehall to reggae to jazz to everything you could think, Indian dance, Kathak, everything you could think of, right? And we did all that. And when I came to Canada, I still, I worked for the Board of Education. I used to do fitness for the after classes and different things. I used to do that, but then I also came here and ran my own dance school again, fitness and
Okay.
dance. So it's if you notice me and you know me from a while now, I always try to incorporate as much as I could dance on stage when I'm performing because I love dance. I come from there, love it.
Yes. So you coming up and you're doing that and you say you write your own songs and you said you came to
Yeah.
Canada with your own songs. So where do
Mhm.
you sit and do your creativity? Like what is your thing? Are you in the backyard having a drink, whatever you're doing? Where do
Okay.
you do
Well, first of all, I drink only water. I don't drink alcohol.
that? Okay.
So I drink water. But no, my inspiration really and how I write, it varies because I can tell you, say, I might be laying down in my bed and trying to sleep one night, but I ain't sleeping, but something come to me. And I start hearing a rhythm and a vibe and I start right? But what I would do is just get up and write. I would,
Okay.
the rhythm or
So you
whatever and try
actually
and
pen.
record the
So you actually
melody. I would pen, not a full thing, yes. I'm a pen. I'm a pen and then I record it so I could remember the melody that I was getting in
yes.
my head.
'Cause a lot of
So
people
there's
say
one
they
of the
forget
way.
it.
Yeah, you got to record it because sometimes the next day you forget it. You understand? So the other thing too is that I write in any, I could write wherever, just not amongst too much of noise. I like to be in a quiet space, right?
Okay.
For example, if I'm gonna back in the day when we wrote songs, the boss, we used to write songs, and then go to the studio and they build the rhythm to the
Okay.
song and to the melody you singing. So I would go and sit down and write a whole song and get the melody. You can sing it and go to the studio and say, hey, this is it. Play bass gonna play this, guitar gonna play this, drum gonna play this, right? But there's a lot of things that changed recently within the music, even with the way how artists record and what I
Okay.
write to, because a lot of times it's the rhythm. They send you the rhythm. I say right after the rhythm. So as opposed to me writing a song and let the musicians build the rhythm, you writing a song to already built rhythm. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay.
So sometimes you not sometimes you have to follow what the rhythm doing. So and I've been writing a lot recently. I mean I'm always writing. I got 4 albums and numerous singles. I was writing. I'm working with a lot of different labels and all these things. So people get music what I don't even have because I record for them and they have it. You understand me? And the thing is that I find with me writing, like if I go out in nature, yeah, like if I in Jamaica, I would write easily for outside and in a quiet
Wow.
spot, whatever. I would write easily by the waters. I would write easily, right? If I'm home and there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on and I want to write, I would just say, hey, lock out everybody and go into a space where nobody don't bother me. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear the phone ringing. I'm just dep on my meditation. And then I'm going to
Okay.
write that song. So it varies in terms of how, when, and where. It could happen.
Okay.
I could be in the car and I listen to rhythm and boom. As I do that a few times, I hear the rhythm and I in the car. I ain't had time to sit down and I play it whilst I was driving. And sort of the hook come to me right away. And then I just come home a couple days after that and I wrote the whole song because I have the hook. So it
Wow.
depends. It depends.
Okay.
The inspiration comes from various things and at various times.
Okay. All right. So, can you tell everybody who you've performed with and who you worked with?
Oh Lord, in terms of artists or in
Yes,
terms of I've
artists.
worked with many artists. Like if we talk about working with artists, the list goes on and on. But for international acts coming in, I've worked on open shows with people like Luciano, Turbulence. I've worked with Turbulence, I'm Not King. Recently, what do you call them? Lost, the group Lost, singing Melody and Capleton, Buju Banton, Bounty Killer. I mean, there's
Wow.
so many people. Sean Paul, back in the day when I was managed by Dennis Jones and Jones Production. Because, like what we mentioned, is when I came to Canada, I recorded my first single in '93. But when I did the show, when I did that show that I came, well, I told you I came to Canada book for a show. When I did that show, I think
Right.
that's when Dennis saw me and they're like,
Okay.
"Whoa, they wanna work with Donna." And so I got signed at the time. So from there on in everything, like I worked so many shows, Super Cat. I mean, name the artists them, and even these artists now in these times, I've been working with those artists. When it comes to nationally, I don't know who I haven't worked with on stage.
Woo!
Everybody. Maybe just the young people who now coming up. You understand? But in terms when it comes to artists, I've worked with a lot of the artists in this business in Canada. You know what I mean? That's in terms of doing actual stage shows, right?
Okay.
When it comes to actual combination or so, or you're doing a song with another artist. I haven't done a whole heap of those just because that's just me.
Oh,
I'm not I did collabs, like I did a few collabs in Jamaica, which, geez, you don't even hear those songs, and it's some bad tune with some other artists, Shadrach and thing. I did a collab here with King Yuja. I did a collab with Prince Several. I did a collab with Shaki Allen, as you have one of those songs. And she's out of
yes.
Montreal.
And
Love
people
her, love
will
her.
hear them.
Yeah, I did a song with Karen Williams, who at the time I worked with Street Digital. One of the songs they have is called Have Mercy to Them, which is a big bad tune as well. But I did a collab with him as well. Who else? Who else? Who else? Chatter. I know you
Oh,
probably
yes.
know Chatter.
Yes.
Yes, Chatter. And Asher, most recently from a youth called Asher. He's also Guyanese, but he lives in Montreal. And I went
Okay.
to Montreal for a show down there, and he met me and stuff, and he decided he wanted to do a comedy with me. So I did it with him. Good song. It ain't releases yet, but yeah. So I've worked with quite a few artists, performed with almost all of them. Worked with, in terms of producers, I've worked out of many different studios out of Montreal Indie Roots Records. Right here, Slam Studio is one of the places that I go mostly when I'm recording. But I've also
Okay.
worked out of Cotton Clear Studio, Cotton Clear Music Productions Inc. Big up to my sister Empress Naz out there, and Cotton Clear Radio. So I've worked with Smoke Shop Studio already in the past. There's many. There's many,
Okay.
so numerous to mention, but I've done a lot of work. I mean, I have
Well, your
four full-length
catalog
albums.
is wide
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all
It
right.
is. It is.
So, if you had an opportunity to work with any artist to do a collaboration, which three
Mhm.
would you pick
Oh my gosh, that's a tough question. What?
that you haven't worked
That I haven't worked with.
with and you wanted to do a collab with somebody, but you haven't?
Oh my gosh, who would I like to do that I haven't as yet? Who would I like to do that I haven't
It could be
as
any
yet? That
genre of
is
music. It
crazy.
could be somebody in soca. It could be somebody in Afro beats. It could be somebody
Yeah.
R&B.
Um, I haven't thought of it. I would say, hmm, I don't know. I haven't thought of it. If we're talking about international artists,
Yes,
it
anybody.
could be any genre. I'm not big on collabs. There's the first thing I told you. But if I'm gonna
Yeah,
do a
but
collab with an artist that I think that would complement me in terms of the styles and everything else, um, of course I'm gonna go for a reggae or dancehall artist. Um,
what about Marshall Montano?
oh, Marshall Montano. Sir, I'm not a huge fan of soca. I've done one soca
No,
song, but
but they're
other
getting a
people
lot of the
said it.
reggae artists to come in with them,
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. No, I like Marshall. I've never thought of him
Or
as a.
Skinny Fabulous, Kess.
I know him too. I saw him just the other day. I'd been on Job Fest and I worked with them. Oh, I said Ding Dong.
Ooh,
Ding
he's a good one.
Dong, Ding Dong for international, just because Ding Dong is like,
He's very
he's the same month like Shensia, the same month we born. But he's also into the dance thing all the time, like what I love. And I
yes.
like this his style. I just like the energy on stage, and I like the style. So if I could, it's something that I would. But
You
in
never
terms of
know because
cultural,
people watch.
yeah, I know, I
People watch
know,
there
and
next thing
then
they reach you.
for sure, you know what I mean. Also, I say when it comes to another artist, I kind of tend to go big. So I don't say Buju Banton. Not yeah,
Okay.
Buju Banton, who is you know, a big artist from time, and
Yes.
he's just who he is. So Buju Banton is one of the artists I
Okay.
would welcome be with, right? When it comes to artists let's talk about artists around us as opposed to
Okay.
the artists out there, right?
Okay.
Um, I haven't thought about who I would like to do a combi with if I'm going to do a combi with somebody, but if I were to choose an artist right now that I would say would compliment me, um, I would like to do a combi with Nana McLean. She's an older
Oh
artist, but she's a
yes.
wonderful
Yes, that's a
singer.
good one.
And she's a singer, and I'm a DJ, so I think we would do a good job together. I haven't approached her, but I think she would be happy if I do.
Well, you could
It's
tell
my
her
sister
watch
like
this.
that. But it's now because you put me on the spot, I'm thinking,
Yes.
who would I? I never think about those
Then they'll
things
say,
because I'm not.
Donna, you don't want to do anything with me? You know that?
No, I mean, if it come along and it what happens, I would. Like anybody approach me with that, I don't really turn them down unless maybe I'm too busy, maybe I don't like the rhythm. I don't know what it is, but most of the times I don't. If they come and I feel like, yeah, it's gonna make
What
a
about
sense, I would do it.
King Tapa? You know him?
No, I don't know
Okay.
Who's King Tapa.
King
Who's
Tapa. He sings
Tapa?
he's a Dominican, he's a Dominican reggae dancehall and he does both
Oh,
artists. King
okay, okay.
Tapa.
I'm going to search him and see.
Yeah.
But I don't really know him that much, really. Might have heard the name, but so
Yeah.
much going on at one time. You can only do so much, right?
Or Busta
Yeah,
or
but
Busta Rhymes. You could do something, or the girl, or
mm,
because the ladies too. Just all the they
mhm,
got
mhm, mhm.
flavor. He does Think Favor. He does
Uh-huh.
Afro beats, but he does a really and he
Okay.
does and his dance is good. So I can see you doing something with him.
Okay, okay. Yeah. I mean, if it comes along, sis, I'm not going
It
to
does come
turn it
along
down
because
if it makes sense. If it
if
makes
it makes
sense.
sense to you.
Yeah, if it makes sense. If not, I don't jump on do combi as I got quite a bit of combi still.
Okay.
But some of them like the Bad Mind song with King Uja, Gwanazi with Chata, which means go away nasty people, but we just call it Gwanazi. That was done on CG Records. I've done No Star with Shadrach, and this one with Asha just the other day. So I see I don't even remember the name, but we just did one with Asha, so that's a good one. That didn't even release. It's so much. I probably do with some other people, but it's just so much, man.
Okay.
I do a lot of stuff, so over the years, you know what I mean? You just filter out the oldest
Well,
stuff and
well
people.
now it's your time to show off a little bit now. That's what I tell
Okay,
everybody. Okay, so tell us about
okay.
this song here. Have mercy for them.
Okay, have mercy for them,
Pun-
which is really what the name is, have mercy for them, which in translation is have mercy for them, right?
Okay,
It's a song that was written by it was by Street Digital Records. I worked with them and did an album with the label, right? So
okay,
that song was done a few years ago, quite a few years ago when I did that album with them. And that song was written by Karen Williams because I'm going to tell you the little history of that collaboration with Street Digital Records. So he actually knew me from a while as an artist and kind of, I think, wanted to work with me. Came at the studio when I was doing an interview one time and said, I want to do a song with you, but I want to write it. Because I always write my own songs. I was like, okay, well, you want to write song with me? But then I already had known the fact that sometimes you got to take yourself out of the box and keep yourself open to know that, yeah, you can write your own songs, but sometimes if somebody writes one for you, you never know where it could reach, right? And
okay,
so maybe they're interpreting your whole style differently, which is what happened. So I agreed, okay, I'm gonna do it and you're gonna write it for me, no problem. He did write the first song, Almighty Bless Me, which
okay,
was a good song, went well, did really well on radio and everything else. I think it was entered into the Junos as well. And after that song, we decided because we worked so well together and I love his work ethics and I thought he was a very skillful and very talented engineer as well as a writer. I said, all right, then we can do the album. He's like, let's do the album. We're gonna do an album now with Street Digital. So most of the songs, 99% of the songs, well, he wrote the songs. The only time it changed was when I say I don't like that line. And he's like, okay, you go and write the line then. You know what I mean? But that song came from that collaboration with Street Digital. Have
okay,
mercy for them. The reason why I love this song too is because it talks about the magazine, introduces the magazine in there, and a little bit of background of why we started ReggaeXclusive Magazine. So that's Have Mercy for Them. It was with
okay.
Street Digital Records.
All right, so let's hear it, people. Let's go.
Okay.
Introduce the song.
Have Mercy for Them, Donna
Yeah.
Makeda,
All
Street
right.
Digital Records.
Here we go.
No, that's not the right song. That's not the right song.
That's not the right one.
No, Mama, that's Pack Up and Go On. That's my
That's not.
latest song.
Okay, so
The
it's this
one you
one
have
then.
to have
Okay,
mercy
this
for
one.
them. Okay.
This one.
Nope. That's big. No, no, that's Shake Them Up, not that one. Nope.
Okay, okay, that's funny. Maybe. Okay,
So you just check for the name. That's
this
it.
one.
That's it.
All right.
Have mercy for them. We know them can't comprehend. Have mercy for them. Make me share the links them. Have mercy for them. Cause some of them are God sent. Have mercy for them. Make me share the links them. That's why we come with ReggaeXclusive Magazine. We promote the artists and on the scene. ReggaeXclusive at Rogers.com is a direct way to link me. People, Me no need to get personal. The magazine is promotional, but not promotional in the way that all my services are free. Anyhow, me want to see every artist arrive, every artist arise, every artist can get along. Me no want to see no artist fight. Me want hatred, jealousy, and bad mind. We have so much better things to do than to fight each other out there. So when you see the hypocrites, them a chat, don't be afraid to say, run away. Have mercy for them. We know them can't comprehend. Have mercy for them. Make me share the links them. Have mercy for them. Cause some of them are God sent. Have mercy for them. Make me share the links them. If you stay positive, that's what I'm for. You know see how much people are dead in this world due to sickness and war.
Wow. Good too.
Have
That was a
mercy for them.
have mercy for them. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's connected people. She didn't talk about you. We're gonna give her reggae exclusive magazine, but we could mention it now since we're on that and
Okay.
this song connected it to it. So you could tell us a bit about that.
Reggae Exclusive Magazine. One copy of Reggae, the latest issue of Reggae Exclusive Magazine. Reggae
Okay.
Exclusive was started 22 years ago. Um,
22.
22, yeah. This is the 22nd year up and running, and it's always been published every season. So we have four per year. So we have the spring issue, the summer issue, the fall issue, and the winter issue, four per year. The
Okay.
reason why the magazine was started is one night, say, as an artist, 'cause, I've been an artist a while now, and I've always been trying to promote and doing radio and doing this and doing that. And I find that reggae music and dancehall music wasn't being promoted and in the mainstream that the way it should be. Was a lot of prejudices and stuff, and it's costs a lot too for the artists to pay to promote themselves. And you might have them promoting soca, R&B, everything else but reggae and dancehall. So 22 years ago, I one night I lay down, and I think it was before after an episode of trying to get some promotion in some kind of newspaper, and it was, I don't know if it's a cost or what it was at the time, but I decided, you know what, because I have the knowledge, I'm going to start my own magazine. So I lay down in my bed and I had the thought, and then I called my partner and I said, say I want to start a magazine. What do you think? And he said, that's a good idea, Donna. What we gonna name it? What you wanna name it? So I said, it's gonna be, and I was so passionate. I said, exclusively reggae, nothing else but reggae, no apologies, reggae dancer. And he's like, say to me, yeah, reggae, exclusively reggae, yeah, man, that sounds good, man. Why not? Because he's a reggae artist as well. You understand? So he's like, yeah, man, why not? You can definitely start it. So 22 years ago, that's how it started. And we started to throw around names. And then he said, but reggae exclusive stuff. Why we don't switch that around and call it reggae exclusive instead of exclusively reggae? So I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, Reggae exclusive, yeah, man. And so on the same night was when it was born, April was in the month of April when we started it, right? And
Okay.
so since then, we've been out consistently every year, promote anything reggae nationally or internationally. So we got views, news, interviews, reviews, right? And it's anything reggae nationally or internationally. So we have reggae businesses in terms of advertising. A lot of the artists advertise the product in there that when they bring out a new song, when they businesses that record labels. I mean, all kind of people go in the magazine, but it's reggae exclusive, which means it's strictly reggae and dancehall, nothing else, right? There's
Okay.
a soca artist in there, it's because the soca artist got a reggae song or a dancehall song.
And
You know
it's
what I
also
mean?
online, and it's also online too, right?
It is online at ReggaeXclusiveMagazine.com.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on it because we upgrading every time and we got upgrades doing, but you can still go and read the most recent issue that we just put out for summer. So Reggae Exclusive Magazine was born 22 years ago, still up and running consistently, never stopped. And that was the reason behind it because I figured reggae and dancehall wasn't getting the promotion and the media that they should get in the mainstream and otherwise. And boom, Reggae Exclusive Magazine was born, and we much needed, trust me. So yeah, that's how it
All right.
started.
All right. So tell us about this next one here. Shake them off.
Oh, Shake Them Off was done a few years ago as well, and this was a rhythm that called the Happy Hour rhythm. I'm sure a lot of people familiar with it because it was done by it was done in Jamaica by Jordan Chimney Records, which is a huge record label in Jamaica. All the top artists, they're gonna say dancehall from Vibes Cartel to Alkaline to Movado, right down the line, Buju Berry, from all of them on this rhythm, and the rhythm was licensed by VP Records, who put out the rhythm. But when I was in Jamaica, I heard the rhythm around the time when it was released, and I'm like, whoa, I love this rhythm. And it's like I just love the rhythm. Every time I hear the rhythm, I love it because I named the Happy Hour rhythm. So I came forward to Canada and I was like, I want to put a song on the rhythm, even though the rhythm out there already. Let me see if I could talk to Jordan Chimney from Chimney Records, who the rhythm belonged to. Is he gonna even listen to an artist named Donna Makeda who he don't know out of Canada? He don't know me. Is he gonna allow me? I want a piece of the rhythm. So I actually sent him a message, and there was a Facebook message which I still have all now, and link him up and said, Jordan, every time I hear this rhythm, I feel happy. It's the happy hour rhythm, and I want a piece of it. And named Donna Makeda, I'm an artist, blah blah blah. And I introduced myself to him. And I told him I heard the rhythm in Jamaica, and even though the rhythm is out there already with all the artists, them I would like to touch the rhythm. He sent forward a message immediately, like I didn't have to wait a minute, a day, or a
Wow.
year. And he said to me, says, use the rhythm, says, go on, just don't just use it as a promotional tool, right? Because if we got to go into marketing it now and selling and doing that, then it's a whole different kettle of fish. And it's already out there. You understand? So I didn't mind because the rhythm is a huge rhythm. And I just wanted to touch the rhythm for promotional purposes. And that's what I did. And I got a lot out of it because not only did I make a song that people love and want to sing, no matter when I release it, every time I go on a show, that I must sing Shake Them Off, right? Understand? And then we did a video to it as well to kind of pep
Mhm.
up the promotion more. So it's on YouTube as well. You can go check Shake Them Off on
Okay.
YouTube as
Well,
well.
we encourage everybody. We don't show it here. We're just playing the beat. So we encourage everybody to go to the website, go to the video, make the comments. If Donna wants to hear it.
Yep,
So,
for
all
sure,
right.
for sure.
Okay, hold
And
on.
they
Here we
can check me on DonnaMakeda.com. It's on Donna Makeda. All stuff is there as well. My
We're gonna
website.
play this one. I hope this is the right one here. Shake them off.
Nope, 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 nope,
That's
nope,
not it.
nope. You played it
This
before.
one.
Hey yo, me not
That's
gonna
it.
like them.
That's it.
That's yeah.
Donna
That's the
Makeda,
happy hour rhythm. Shake them off. Chimney Records.
me no love evil, me no love, me no love hatred, me no love, me no love envy, me no love wicked, dirty mind people. Yo, shake them off, shake them off. Tell the other
Yeah.
them, yo, shake them off, yo, shake them off, shake them off. All
Them
the
kind of
bad mind
song.
people, everyone, yo, shake them off, shake them off. Tell the other them, yo, shake them off, yo, shake them off, shake them off. All the evil old people, everyone, yo. If them jealous, we a go shake them off. If them envious, we a go shake them off. If them scandalous, we a go shake them off. If them grudgeful, we a go shake them off. If them chatty chat, we a go shake them off. If them grabalicious, we a go shake them off. If them smiling on my face, them snapping on me back. And 2 days later, they want come rally back. We a go shake them off, shake them off. Tell me all of them, we a go shake them off. We a go shake them off, shake them off. All the evil old people, everyone, yo, shake them off, shake them off. Tell me all of them, we a go shake them off. We a go shake them off, shake them off. All the bad mind people, everyone, yo. Me not go like them. Iniquity workers, yo, me not go like them. For backbiters, yo, me not go like them. And the stress makers, yo, me not go like them. Me not go like them. Can't keep them word man, yo, me not go like them. Troublemakers, yo, me not go like them. And if them greedy, yo, me not go. We a go shake them off, shake them off.
Woo!
Yeah. Shake out the
Yes.
bad mind.
Oh,
Shake out the enviousness.
gotta play that a few
Don't
times
deal
for
with
some
that.
people. You don't even gotta send it. You don't have to say that. You just can send it to them. Listen, huh?
Yep, yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. I have two bad mind song because I have the other bad mind song I have is with King Uja. Bad too. Telling you about the bad mind people. They're
Yeah.
crazy. They're all over the
But it's
place, but
true though.
of
It's crazy. It's all
you
over.
gotta
You know,
stay above
that's a
them.
bad.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
very bad spirit when you have those things to get rid of. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you should.
man.
You know, it's very bad. That's what caused a lot of
But
killing and this and that. You know what I mean?
But you see, when some people realize something that bad mind is a thing like say if somebody bad mind you or jealous or envy you, is because something going on for you. You see, if
Yes.
nothing going on for you, they don't have no time with you. That's why we sing the song in bad mind me and usually we say make them bad mind you. If
Yeah.
them not bad mind you, not bad mind you, not now go on for you. All right. You understand? So with the, and then we got another we got a voice that said when you see the bad mind, you have to hail them. Make them wonder why you are hail them. Show them say that you not live like them cause there in no doctor for cure them. Bad mind people always gonna be trying to cut down another man tall tree. Them not care how hard you work for it. Only once you fall and bust your lip. Make them bad mind. Fortune.
Yes,
You got a lot of, you got,
she knows she could sing, and there's no music in it. All right, so tell
no
us about this.
music.
So tell about this one here. Pack up and go on. Go on.
Fuck,
Don't
Pakapangwan.
and go on.
Pakapangwan.
And
Yeah.
go on.
Pakapangwan. I got big up Selassie I music for this. This is their rhythm. And so this song Pakapangwan is on the label Selassie I music written by myself and Prince Several. And Prince Several is an artist as well and a writer and everything. So yeah. That's how Pakapangwan. I love the rhythm actually. I heard the rhythm a few times and loved it and I wanted to, sing on the rhythm still and Prince Several say, yeah, man, go and sing on the rhythm because it's a rhythm that is there. It's not a new rhythm as such, but I just love the rhythm.
Okay.
And so I decided I'm gonna sing a song for it, which is Pakapangwan.
All right, so
Is a
here we
song
go.
song. Hmm.
I won't get it, but I'll say the wording. Pack up and go on.
Go on. Okay.
Hey, some boy. You
Mhm.
never know, say my son Babylon. Hey, some boy. Run way. Pack up and go on. If you pack up and go on. Some boy. Say pack up and go on. If you pack up and go on. Even now. Pack up and go on. If you pack up and go on. Some boy. Say pack up and go on. If you pack up and go on. And your teeth are ready. And your mid-range steady. Your baseline is happy floppy. And boy you want come test me. Hey, you must be sick, you must be sad. You want to lose the song you have. Some boy you want come test me. And boy you want come play me. Even now, to pack up and go on. If you pack up and go on.
Nice and
Some
easy,
boy, pack up
Yes.
and go on.
We like it. We like it. We
Nice
like
and
it.
easy. Nice and easy. Reggae style,
We got to play that
Pakapangwan
when I
song
go
by.
home. After we finish the show, we're
Yeah.
gonna play it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pakapangwan. That makes
Okay.
sense.
So tell us about this one here, vegan dinner.
Vegan Dinner was released before Pakapangwan, and Vegan Dinner again is a rhythm that was done. This was produced by Tree Mirage Records from out of Hamilton, Ontario.
Oh, okay.
There's Ranks and Bonnie, big up the item self, big time, big up, big up, big up. So Vegan Dinner now, I wanted to do a song off of the Tree Mirage label because they have good production coming out there, a lot of good artists record there, right? Desi Ranks who run the studio. He's also an artist. So I tell Desi, he say, send me a rhythm. Let me write a song upon the label, right? So he's like, you're gonna send a rhythm. That take a few months because everybody busy doing their thing. And then again, I'm like, wait, Desi never send me the rhythm to the song. I said, Desi, send the rhythm. Send a rhythm. We have a bad dance rhythm. This is what I want. So anyway, he did send a rhythm, which is called the Happy Rhythm. Yeah, coincident, not a
Okay.
happy. Oh, the Happy. So he sent it, and I want to tell you, said early to when I'm actually listening to the rhythm, and right away is a food song come to me. As I listen to the rhythm and I hear it in my head, dinner, 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 dinner. And I'm like, what the hell? Why am I saying dinner, dinner? Why am I singing about dinner? Right? So I
Uh-huh.
start the song and I was like, dinner, dinner, one for me dinner, vegan dinner for me, I tell. So I call my partner and I was run things by him still and I'm like, hear this thing, I get this rhythm from Desi, but The only thing coming to my head is about dinner, man. Why am I singing about dinner? He's like, no, sir, if it's dinner coming to your head, it's dinner you have to sing about. You understand? And I tell you, my sister, the dinner thing, I just decided, all right, this is how we're gonna do. And I sit down and write a song about the same day, couple hours. There's how I
Wow.
love the rhythm. And yeah, and there's how it flowed to me. From I had the chorus, it's like everything was like a fun song, you know what I mean? Because I'm talking about my dinner. I love my pumpkin and my okra, my steam rice
Oh my,
and
yes.
enough callaloo. You know what I mean? And I want to tell you, say the song is a hit because people love the song everywhere I go. I had people like Macadama one time called me and said she want to start some kind of thing and she wanted to use that song as the opening song with the vegan dinner. There was some vegan thing she was going to start. So people love the song, man. I've been in Jamaica and do it, and it killed down place and everywhere. It plays a lot everywhere, and it's just that's what it's called. Vegan dinner produced by Trimaraj Studio, Trimaraj Records, and Vani is the engineer. She's the one that mixed and mastered, and Vani is Desi Rang's daughter.
Right.
Sit there.
Dinner, one for me dinner, the vegan dinner for me, I tell dinner. Dinner, when me bring for me dinner, it's a vegan dinner, it's a night all dinner. But dinner, one for me dinner, the vegan dinner for me, I tell dinner. Dinner, when me bring for me dinner, make him strong, make him firm, make him be my dinner. But me love me pumpkin and me okra, steam rice with no callaloo. Give me bread fruit and me chocho. That kind of food would I make me skin glow. And when you done, me say me want a lick slave. Trash it up, roll it up like tape. Pull a chair and then me sit down on it. Pull a vibes, meditate, and me no have to share it. Me want me body fit, healthy and fit. Rasta queen fi no fi sit down on it. Toast and fried dumpling, that's how me like it. And me no care if you no like it. Dinner, one for me dinner. The vegan dinner for me, I tell dinner. Dinner, when me bring for me dinner. It's a vegan dinner, it's a night all dinner. Dinner, one for me dinner. The vegan dinner for me, I tell dinner. Dinner, when me bring for me dinner. Make it strong, make it firm, make it be my dinner. Me love it guavas and me mango. Beefberry and avocado. Watermelon, strawberry and banana. Inna the blender we cook hot water. Sour sap, sweet sap and apples when me like. Fruits inna me belly just make me feel nice. And when me done me want hold on for my jenna. Cause it make me feel nice. Boom, me love me pineapple, eat it all night.
Woo!
Vegan dinner. And they can also see the video on YouTube, Vegan Dinner, Donna Makeda. Go and check it out.
You guys got to check and make the comments, people. Like, share, do the whole thing. I tell people out there, pay for the streaming if you have to. Come on. That's how these
Mm-hmm.
artists work and that's how they get their money, you know? All
Mm-hmm.
right.
That's
So
right.
tell us about this one. Keep it burning.
Keep It Burning is a song done with a combination two labels called Indie Roots Records and Cotton Clear Music Productions. They had a rhythm-driven CD with, I think, yes, they had the blood rhythm and another rhythm. So don't ask me to remember everything. I'm trying here. So
Okay.
much on the plate. But Cotton Clear Productions Inc. as well as Indie Roots Records teamed up and decided to put out this double album. So they have the male and the female, right? So I was
Oh,
on the female segment. Yeah, I was on the female segment, and that's the song Keep It Burning that was written for Indie Roots Records and Cotton Clear, and that they now put out on on all streaming platforms. So that's Keep It Burning. And Keep It Burning as well is another inspiration just from listening to the rhythm, the um the vibes that came to me, and that's it. I didn't take too long to write for this rhythm as well. So yeah, that's what it
and what
is.
else is new? All right. What else is new?
Oh, I
All right.
take
So
long to write some songs for real, trust me. Yeah.
I know it does, but for you, I'm just saying that in reference to you. All right. So here you
Okay.
go. Keep it burning.
Yeah.
Donna Makeda, hold it off the bone. Keep love flowing if we keep it burning.
Yes.
And the background
Yes.
vocals were the background vocals were done by Shaki Allen. Just wanted
Yes.
to put that out there. Yeah,
Oh,
Shaki
she's
Allen
in
out
there
of
too.
Montreal.
Okay.
She,
Okay.
yeah, she's on the background vocals, and Bobby Pottinger of Indie Roots Records. He's the one
Okay.
that mixed and mastered, and Brian Cutler, of course, and him run Indie Roots Records. So big up to all of those guys: Shaki Allen, Brian Cutler, Bobby Pottinger, and out of Cotton Clear Records, Empress Naz, DJ Chemics, and all those beautiful people over there. Enough respect.
Right. Donna Makeda. Like how you said in the beginning.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I'll throw it
Brandon.
in there.
Donna Makeda. Yes, we
That's
got you.
right. That's right. That's right.
All
For
right.
sure, my sister.
So tell it, we shall not be moved. Tell us about that one.
We shall not be moved. Now, that song again, Shaki Allen and I came together to do a combination of that song for Indie Roots Records, label out of Montreal. And Shaki, I've known, well, her husband, Bobby, I've known him for a long time since he used to live in Toronto and kind of play music for me and stuff. Fast forward to now, I mean, Bobby and Shaki got married. Shaki sings, and she's been singing for a while as well. I
Hmm.
just love their voice.
Yeah.
And Brian
She's
Cutler,
been
who
on
is
here.
the eh?
She's been on here. I interviewed her from
Oh,
Montreal.
okay, yes, yes, yes. And Brian Cutler, who's actually the one who said, "Why don't you do a combination with Shaki?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I would love to, no problem." So when
Hmm.
the Roots Record sent me the rhythm, and when I got the rhythm, I remember I was so busy at the time, and I know they wanted it in a timely fashion. But sometimes when it comes to music, you can't force it. And if I can do it right away, and I won't do it right away if I don't, I'm not in the mind space. If it's I'm too busy and stressed with other stuff that I can't calmly sit down and concentrate on the music and write it, then it's going to take some time. So what I decided to do was to tell Shaki, sis, you go and write the hook. You write the hook, and then I'm gonna be okay after that. You get the ball rolling because too much was going on for me to get the ball rolling. So she got the ball rolling and started with a beautiful hook, as you can hear in the song when he played. And then after that, I wrote the first and the second verse because it was so like this is one of the songs that I wrote that I felt so serious in terms of because of the times and what was going on and then I have three sons and if you listen to the song you're gonna hear some of the stuff that I said. But for me it was a passionate feeling when I was writing this song with I do that with a lot of my songs, but this one was even more like I felt it to my heart when I was writing some of the lyrics, right? So I
Okay.
did those couple of verses, and it's like the song was already done. But then I think the next day or the next 2 days, I wrote the other verse, and it was a wrap.
All right.
So
So here
her
we
hook kind of propelled me to kind of finish the song faster.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Mhm.
One beginning, a million races. Alongside Shaki Ali. Africa. But tired, but tired, but tired. Can't take it no more. Mama Africa. We shall not be moved. We will not stand down. So much time has passed. Things come back around. We shall not be moved. We will not back down. We came as kings and queens. The slavery slowed us down. Lord, me tired to see the man them a drop. Me tired to see the human them just a flop, no cop. This are the truth from the top. Me heart just a beat like a rat-a-tat-tat. When me see another black man dead on the ground, me say, Lord, that it could have been my son, no fun. We stand firm, now run. Me tired of all the hatred around, oh God. We will not stand down. So much time has passed. Things come back around. We shall not be moved. We will not back down.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, there's a powerful
Well,
song.
well, I like them all. I'm
Powerful.
gonna hear them all
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, powerful song.
So what?
And they also can see. Sorry?
Go ahead. You also go said. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they can also see this video on YouTube. Just pull up Donna Makita
Oh,
and
there's a
Shaki
video of
Allen.
this
We
too.
shall not be moved.
Okay.
Yep.
We
Yep.
shall not. So what's up next for you?
Well, okay, so for me, what's up next for Donna Makita? As an artist, I'm working on my fifth studio album. And I'm preparing to do a video for Pakapanguan, the newest one that you just heard.
Okay.
That's for Donna Makita. I've been doing numerous shows all through the summer, all through the year. I've got a few more booked for the rest of the year. So as Donna Makita, I'm yes, doing a lot. When I get some spare time, I'm gonna move and do some other stuff out of the country. But for now, we got a lot of things going on. Again, now when it comes to the magazine, we do have a Reggae Exclusive Recognition Awards, which was started sometime back before the pandemic. I think it was 2006. Well, we had seven of them up to when the lockdown, 2019, 2020 March was the lockdown. So we had to stop because of the pandemic. So this year we've decided to present our eighth annual again, started back. So it's a recognition awards. It's happening on Friday, October 11th, which is next Friday. Um, and we have a slew of artists on it, and we also have a slew of recipients. It's all happening at the Julius Banquet Hall, and that is at 2201 Finch Avenue West in Toronto. Doors are open at 7 and showtime is 8 p.m. sharp. And we have, like I said, so many artists too numerous to mention. Like we have I Know
Right.
Empress Divine, Chatter will be performing, Eiley Dread will be performing. We also have Planky and Empress Lily and K Music and Pacha Blacks and Justice Kumari and Universal Empress and Miss Diva and oh my gosh, a Rich Kid and Natty Shan and we have 29 artists to be exact on the show.
Are you performing?
And no, because I'll be too busy doing other stuff. So no, I'm not like I've been asked to perform,
Okay,
but
got
also I had one of the artists who I did a combination with is was saying to me, Dana, we're gonna do the combination on the show. I'm like, no, Asha, I'm just gonna be doing too much. And when I'm performing, I like to be in my element. Nothing else must bother me. I must be in my car, there for my meditation before I go on stage. I prepare for stage in a different way. So I can't really, you know what I mean? There's a lot
it.
that I
Okay.
gotta be doing as a promoter at that time, right? So
All right.
we have that happening next Friday on October 11th. I'm also preparing for the fall issue of the magazine, which has already started. It's in process. We're going to get it to the press by the end of October. And then we also have our 2025 artist calendar that I'm working on. So it's a lot. The artist calendar happens every year. It's been happening for many, many years. And it's something where the artists buy a spot in the calendar. But what happens is that it's for the whole year around. They have their information in there, whether it's a CD, whether it's the website, bookings info and all of that. So we do that every year, which is a big thing for the artists. So all of that is coming up when it comes to work that I'm doing. But as I say, I'm working on my fifth studio album as Donna Makeda and preparing for a music video and still promoting and got some shows coming up. So it's a lot.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, are there any shout outs that you want to give your people?
Lord have mercy, holy for people. So I want to shout out my partner, Prince Several, first and foremost, I want to shout out all the people them who been supporting Donna Makeda for the many years, over the many years in my music career. I want to shout out Ajang Music from out of Jamaica. Not only somebody who distributes the magazine in Jamaica and writes and get news from the ground there for the magazine, but is also my booking agent, one of my booking agents. She also is a booking agent for Black Uhuru. And I'm sure you guys have heard of Black Uhuru, who's a
Yes.
huge
Yeah.
music group.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to shout out Marcia Simpson, my sister, like that, Empress Shy of Artists, linkupradio.com, who plays my music a lot. Scabba G, who's out of Reggae Art right now, and all the people who have Reggae Art that play my music as well. Vibes 105, I want to thank them. Carrie Mullins of Rebel Vibes, who's going to be on my show. CBC Radio 1, which is out of Montreal, CBC Radio with Duke Eatman. Want to shout out Sir B as well from Roots Reggae Radio, the whole of Roots Reggae Radio family, Roots Reggae Hub family. Um, my family and the people them who is my fans, as well as the people who support me, people over at Trimarat Studios, all the people who helped to sponsor the awards to make it happen, all the people who have been supporting Dala in one way, shape, or form. I say thank you. I say big up, enough respect It's too numerous to mention. What I say in the
All
boss
right.
is so many that I just want to, in an umbrella, say thank you to everybody. Thanks to the Almighty for the energy, the strength, for me to move on and keep doing what I'm doing. And also thanks to all the fans, the friends, the family, the supporters. Enough respect. And I say, wow, good. You don't know.
Well, good. All right. Just tell everybody where they can find you on your social medias, and we're going to good
Okay.
night.
And before I say good, before I tell you my social media, I want to enough respect and big up to the boss, Real Life Matters. Yes, because I've known her for a long time. Has always been a good friend of mine and a very beautiful person inside and out. So it's been a while, and I'm happy to have linked up again on this other medium that you have. And I know you have for a while. You've always had something for a while, my sister. So
But this is
I
the
want to
big
say
thing.
thank you to the boss, yes, and the program Real Life Matters, right? That's what we
Yes.
call it. So Donna
All
Makeda, send off respect and make sure you tune into Real Life Matters. Now, when you want to find Donna Makeda on social media, I'm on Facebook at Donna Makeda, Reverb Nation. I'm on SoundCloud. I'm on YouTube, Donna Makeda. I'm on Instagram, Donna Makeda 3838. Make sure you follow me. Instagram, TikTok, Donna Makeda as well. And also, if you can't remember all that I just said, go to donnamakeda.com. That's my website. DonnaMakeda.com
Is
and
there
try
anything
and you
else?
can listen to the music. You can see some of the videos. You can, just Google Donna Makeda. You can see so many things
That's
that I
it.
haven't
That's it.
mentioned. You
Right.
understand? Love, love,
So
and respect
on
as usual. And it was a pleasure being here, my sister. I really appreciate it. Make sure I see y'all on Friday, October 30th, 11th, sorry, at the Judas Banquet Hall. Friday, October 11th. Peace out.
all right. Peace out, everybody. Good night.
Good night.